Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Moonee Valley on this gala occasion. The running of the final of the Winfield Cup, worth $250,000, $250,000. And we've had a very thrilling night of entertainment so far. The consolation has been run. Gosh has been the winner. And candidates are going out onto the track now behind me for the running of the final. It's a great field engaged. Let's have a look at the runners now. 1 is I'm a Threat. From barrier 2, My Lightning Blue. From 3, Arian Mac. From 4, Quite Famous. From 5 is Gosh. Then Tony Dwayne. And we continue on through the field. And there you have a look at them. And Village Kid is the outsider or the outside barrier of the field. The betting has been most interesting. It's been a great battle between My Lightning Blue, who's drawn 2, and Village Kid, winner already of an Inter-Dominion in Brisbane last year and placed here behind Paleface Adios in an Inter-Dominion. There's how things are shaping up on the tote now. I'm a Threat is the number 1 in the race, is paying $6.85. My Lightning Blue, $2. Arian Mac, $7.55. Gosh, $7.55. Paleface Adios, $8.25. It's Frederick, $29.80. Bag Limit, $2.80. Whirly Dream, $8.55. And number 11, Village Kid, $1.20. Now, there's very little difference in the betting between Village Kid and My Lightning Blue. They're both at about halfway each way odds, but Village Kid just firming a fraction now, may start favourite. Bag Limit is about each way figures, and then it's double figures everything else in the race. It's certainly going to be a marvellous race. So let's have a look at the first heat winner. This was won by the former Victorian, now South Australian, Whirly Dream.
Good line. Racing. Armchair Rider's gone away quickly. Whirly Dream in the centre, bursting away early. He draws 4 metres in front and crosses quite comfortably. My Lightning Blue on the outside gets to second. Armchair Ride racing third, the inside of Brad Marlin, followed by Paleface Bubble. In behind them, Bundabart from Gaymoro to Learn Tim, and 4 metres away, Toby Dwayne. Ground, Gaymoro wide from To Learn Tim, Bundabart and Toby Dwayne at the 120, and Whirly Dream got away from My Lightning Blue. He found 4 metres. Paleface Bubble on the outside running a race, but Whirly Dream clear with 80 metres to go. My Lightning Blue sticking on, but Whirly Dream wins. 2.5 metres to My Lightning Blue. 2.5 metres away third, Paleface Bubble. Gaymoro rocketed home, followed by Armchair Ride.
Whirly Dream, of course, was a Victorian, went to Lance Justice in South Australia, and boy has this fellow found form. But he's drawn 10, or rather 8 at the barrier, and he's second from the outside. I asked Lance how he'd get on. Really made a great horse out of Whirly Dream. He's a brilliant mobile. How are you going to attack this start from wide out?
He's drawn rather badly, Bill, but good horses overcome bad barrier draws, and we'll be out there going forward, I think. Looking for a sit-up front somewhere. May not be able to lead, but he'll be up there somewhere.
The only outsider to win in the 2 heats and 2 repêchages that have been run before the Winfield Cup was Gosh. Henry McDermott was the man in the sulky, and it was a great performance by the outsider Gosh.
Racing. Village Kid has gone away fairly well, but Quite Famous and I'm a Threat have gone away hard and fast, with Owie and Mac now splitting the pair. He crosses Owie and Mac. He leads by a metre to Quite Famous. I'm a Threat now gets to third. Bag Limit third last out of the straight. Village Kid racing second last, and he's caught 3 deep. It's Frederick drops out to the tail. Run the Risk racing about midfield with Quite Famous. Gosh now pulls to the outside. 3 deep making ground, being trailed up by Bag Limit. Village Kid now pulled to the outside. He's got the job ahead. He can't win. At the 120, Owie and Mac 2 metres in front. Gosh, the one trying to pick him up, and I'm a Threat is getting a split. Gosh on the outside, grabbing Owie and Mac in the shadows of the post, and Gosh has got up right on the line and won a neck to Owie and Mac. Ahead away third was I'm a Threat. Bag Limit and Village Kid flew home on the outside.
Big night for Henry McDermott. He drove a treble, and if he can win the big one tonight, it's his 100th Metropolitan win. I spoke to him just a few seconds ago.
I think if I can win, Bill, I'll remember the race better than the 100, possibly.
He's an outsider, but he's a dogged horse.
Yeah, he's got a good sit and sprint, yes, but he'll run a nice race, I think.
Well, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back at Moonee Valley to look at the repêchages before the running of this year's Winfield $250,000. Last Saturday night went straight into the final, and on Wednesday night we had the repêchages. Village Kid, who'd won an Inter-Dominion in Brisbane, ran a great placing behind Preux Chevalier here in Melbourne in an Inter-Dominion. He'd failed, and he had to win the repêchage on Wednesday night to get into the final. He got badly interfered with in the early stages of the race. Let's have a look at it.
Green light on there racing. It's Frederick has gone away quickly with Quite Famous and Bundaberg looking for the lead. Langus Lane from one is trying to hold them out. Village Kid is easing third last. Pale Face Bubble in front of him with Armchair Ride, Toby Dwayne and Gay Morrow. They're going hard early coming off the back. It's Frederick racing 3 deep as 2 metres in front. Trouble. Bundaberg hopped out of his gear checking Pale Face Bubble. Flattening Village Kid and also Gay Morrow. Cost them about 35 metres or so. Around the turn the first time. Quite Kid now pulls to the outside before the turn. He's not done with yet. 250 out. Quite Famous a metre in front. Village Kid though ranges up on the outside. Pale Face Bubble making ground, followed by It's Frederick and Toby Dwayne. At the 120, Quite Famous just in front. Village Kid has got him on the outside. The Kid is back in town. Wow, what a run. He's racing away Village Kid from Quite Famous and It's Frederick, and a mighty performance. Village Kid wins by 3 metres. It's Frederick may have run second, a nose to Quite Famous. Then Toby Dwayne, followed by Armchair Ride. Pale Face Bubble in behind them, followed by Gay Morrow, Langus Lane, and Bundaberg has run last.
Mighty performance by Village Kid after getting badly interfered with, losing about 30 metres and then having to race in the death. But he still got there. He got into the final. He's just favoured in the race at this stage of betting in front of My Lightning Blue. I asked Chris Lewis how he would approach the race from barrier 9.
Well, it's very difficult to know exactly what to do, but as with most races, I'll go into it with a pretty open mind, and I'll try and formulate a tactic during the running that will depend on the speed that's on up front.
The last repêchage, the last chance to get into the final. Bag Limit, suffering from a virus, went reasonably on Saturday night but failed to gain a place. He showed no pace in the early stages of his repêchage. Let's have a look at that one.
One coming up. Racing, Bag Limit restrained. He dropped out to last. My Lightning Blue began quickly, draws 2 metres in front. The first turn coming up. Owie and Mac is kicking up on the inside and will hold out My Lightning Blue for the moment. They're going quickly though. 10 metres away, third in the race, Moonlight Gold, and up on the outside, Run the Risk. 6 metres to I'm a Thread, followed by To Learn Tim, and 10 metres away, Bag Limit. My Lightning Blue being hard driven around the turn in the first circuit. He'll cross Owie and Mac, I reckon. He draws 3 metres in front on the straight. My Lightning Blue, and now finds 4 and crosses Owie and Mac. They're 12 metres in front. Bag Limit the outside now joining him. They'll float it out by 8 metres to Owie and Mac, followed by Run the Risk. Inside the 200 though, Bag Limit on the outside. He got to My Lightning Blue. He drew a metre in front. 5 metres to Owie and Mac. My Lightning Blue can't go on. Bag Limit racing away at the 120. He's issuing the challenge to Village Kid. He's back to his best now. Bag Limit. He'll bolt in. Bag Limit scores by 8 metres. My Lightning Blue has run second, a neck in front of Owie and Mac. I'm a Thread made ground for 4th, followed by Moonlight Gold, then To Learn Tim, and last in was Run the Risk.
Great win there by Bag Limit. He looks to be back to his best. I asked Vin Knight, being slow early, could he give them the start and still win?
Well, he's got great stamina and he's a great trier, Bill, and in these big races that's what you need. And, you know, I'm happy to be sitting behind him.
Drivers having their final checks of gear as the candidates get round to the starting point. This commercial break, then we'll come back, have a look at the totes, and then the running of the Winfield $250,000.
When the sun goes...
Winfield $250,000. Let's have a quick look at the totes. There they are with My Lightning Blue, $1.90 and 80 the place. Let's go down to Bag Limit. He's good odds, 265 and 90, particularly that place dividend. And let's go over to the favourite Village Kid, 125 and 80 cents. That's the tote situation. The big crowd here this perfect night at Moonee Valley. The big one, the richest pacing rate in Australia. Let's have a look. The runners are about to form up. 2,380 metres. The presentation to be made by the crowd getting a little excited here. Presentation to be made by the Minister for Sport, and he will make that presentation in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. Somebody is going to win the major portion of this $250,000. The drivers tense, the crowd tense. Everything, however, is perfect here for this evening's event. A very big crowd in attendance. Mr. Neil Tresize to make the presentation, the Minister for Sport and Recreation, and Mr. John O'Brien, the State Manager of Winfield Company, will also be making the presentation. Whirly Dream is one to watch. He's drawn second from the outside in black yellow sleeves. He comes out of the mobile very, very quickly. My Lightning Blue from 2. He's expected to lead. Village Kid drawn the extreme outside, and of course Bag Limit in the night colours. You can see him there, the yellow with the red Maltese cross. No pace early. He's going to drop out of it. As we cross now to your caller, Brian Markovic.
Thank you, Bill. Fitzfrederick, Bag Limit, Whirly Dream, and the outside is Village Kid. Scoring up well behind the Winfield Mobile, and the Winfield Cup about to get underway. Coming up well. All set. Race 7. Field has speed. Set. Racing. Village Kid and also Bag Limit restrained. Whirly Dream out wide began quickly, but so too did Owie and Mac and My Lightning Blue. They're going hard to the first turn. Whirly Dream draws 4 metres in front. He crosses My Lightning Blue. Whirly Dream, he finds the rail. It's Frederick racing 3 deep. In behind them came I'm a Thread, working up on the outside as Gosh. Owie and Mac gets to third, half out of his gear, locking wheels with It's Frederick for a stride. In behind them came Pale Face Bubble. Bag Limit second last, and last is Village Kid. In the straight the first time. Whirly Dream narrowly in front by a metre. It's Frederick on the outside, gets to second. Third placing, My Lightning Blue coming one off the fence. I'm a Threat the inside, and here's Bag Limit now from second last. He's off and running out 3 wide. My Lightning Blue comes out in front of him. AOE and Mac is one off the fence, followed by Gosh and Pale Face Bubble, and 6 metres away Village Kid back of the tail. Out of the straight the first time, some 25 metres off the lead and biding his time. Bag Limit out 3 wide going forward at the 1650. He gets to second within 2 metres of Whirly Dream. I'm a Threat having a nice run third. My Lightning Blue now fourth and 1 out. 4 metres to It's Frederick, followed by Owie and Mac. Then Gosh from Pale Face Bubble, and 5 metres away Village Kid. At the lap and a half, he drops anchor on Whirly Dream. He's 4 metres in front of Bag Limit, a metre back on the inside as I'm a Threat. My Lightning Blue fourth, 4 metres away. It's Frederick, followed by Owie and Mac. They're an Indian file, followed by Gosh, who's third last. Second last on the outside, Village Kid. He's taking closer order and going forward, and 4 metres away Pale Face Bubble. They wheel around the turn, 1,000 metres to go. Whirly Dream in front. He's had a nice run by 3 metres to Bag Limit. Third placing, I'm a Threat being covered up by My Lightning Blue. Village Kid now pulls to the outside, 3 deep, being trailed up by Gosh. I'm a Threat on the leader's back, 4 metres to It's Frederick. Owie and Mac is second last, and 4 metres away Pale Face Bubble. They head to the back after the bell. 850 metres to go in the Winfield Cup, and wow, what a race. Whirly Dream a metre in front of Bag Limit the outside. Village Kid has posted 3 deep. My Lightning Blue held up, and I'm a Threat on the leader's back. Then Gosh, followed by It's Frederick, Owie and Mac, and 3 metres away Pale Face Bubble. At the 650, Whirly Dream a neck in front. Bag Limit on the outside draws to him. 2 metres away, Village Kid out 3 wide. My Lightning Blue held up fourth. Gosh out 3 wide on the back of Village Kid. I'm a Threat can't get a run from It's Frederick, Owie and Mac, and last is Pale Face Bubble. At the 450, Whirly Dream giving plenty of cheekies a neck in front of Bag Limit the outside, about to join Whirly Dream. 2 metres away, Village Kid out 3 wide. Then My Lightning Blue, followed by Gosh and I'm a Threat. It's Frederick can't go on from Owie and Mac and Pale Face Bubble. Bag Limit on the outside, got to Whirly Dream on the turn. Village Kid on the outside gets to second. My Lightning Blue can't get a run. Bag Limit though went to the lead of the 120. Village Kid is slowly but surely bridging the gap. Bag Limit pulling out plenty. He's got the Winfield also now. Bag Limit, he's 2 metres in front and holding Village Kid, and Bag Limit wins 2 metres to Village Kid. 6 metres away, third was My Lightning Blue. Then Pale Face Bubble. I'm a Threat in behind them. Whirly Dream knocked up, followed by Gosh, and the last two in were Owie and Mac, and It's Frederick.
What a wonderful performance indeed by Bag Limit. We'll have a look at them in the straight again. Bag Limit's raced in the death. He's got the upper hand from Whirly Dream. Village Kid now throws out the challenge on the outside, but Village Kid has been 3 wide for the last 1,200 metres of the race, and it's taking its effect now. He can't quite get to Bag Limit. Bag Limit driven hard to the line by Vin Knight, and he's going on to score by a couple of metres from Village Kid in a magnificent race, and the judges call for the photo for third placing. Bag Limit from the Knight stable, winner of the Repechage at his last start, trained by Bob Knight, driven by Vin Knight, and has scored a great win in the Winfield $250,000. A wonderful performance indeed. Village Kid, far from disgraced. I thought his driver, Chris Lewis, made a technical mistake in the early stages. Third placing has gone up now. Number 2, My Lightning Blue, has run third. So the numbers officially now 9, 11 and 2. Number 9 first, Bag Limit. 11 second, Village Kid. 2 third, My Lightning Blue. Officially fourth was Gosh. And fifth in the race, Paleface Bubble. I thought Chris Lewis made a slight technical mistake at the start of the race. He was drawn on the outside of Whirly Dream, which is a brilliant mobile horse. Lewis decided to ease right out of the race. I thought that had he stuck up with Whirly Dream, that horse would have taken him across and he'd have gone into the death seat, then let Bag Limit perhaps go around him and finished up with the 1-1 set. And I think that may have made all the difference, but certainly taking nothing away from Bag Limit. There's the start of the race. Village Kid on the outside. Bag Limit can't go, he's last, but you can see Lewis ease Village Kid out of the race. Whirly Dream from a wide barrier at 7 is going very fast, as it always does. A brilliant mobile horse, and he quickly goes to the lead. I thought that if Village Kid had gone with him, that it would have finished up in the death seat there in second place, and then Bag Limit would have made its run around the field, as it did, and given him the card up. But a great performance by Bag Limit, a wonderful drive, a great training performance by Bob Knight, as it's in front. Village Kid trying hard, far from disgraced, and My Lightning Blue third. They were the 3 popular horses, not necessarily in that order, but they were the 3 that the public fancied, and the public were right. They occupied the placings. The crowd cheering wildly as the local horse, Bag Limit, Vinnie Knight in the sulky, comes back to scale. We'll take this break, then we'll be back at Moonee Valley. The Winfield $250,000 rug on. Bag Limit, certainly the champion of the night. And the champion driver, one Vin Knight, who joins us. Vin, you told us before what wonderful stamina the horse has, and by gee, you showed it.
Yeah, that's probably got beaten. You know, he's got beaten in a lot of races because he hasn't had the speed, Bill. But this season, after the Bendigo Cup, I said to the public, he's found more speed now with his head down and tobbles out a little bit longer, and I think he'll win a lot more races this season, Bill.
Vin, you're probably pretty happy to see Village Kid back slightly behind you in the early stages.
Well, I wanted to get in front of Village Kid because I thought he'd be off around the field at some stage, Bill. And there we go on the TV now. Yeah, he's back behind me, but I was a bit worried when My Lightning Blue took off. Jimmy drove his horse very good, and when he was on my back, but when Village Kid was able to keep up 3 wide and have him locked up, that helped me. But Village Kid's run was fantastic too, Bill.
It was indeed. But Bag Limit, Vin Knight, Bob Knight, the Knight stable, certainly a tradition in harness racing in Victoria and right throughout Australia.
Yeah, well, you've got to have good horses, Bill, and when you're sitting on champions like them, you know, it's a big help.
And when you know the trainer too.
Yeah, well, that's right. When you've got a combination like that, you know, combination of trainer and horses and that, you're pretty right, aren't you?
Well done, Vin. Congratulations on Masterly Drive and another wonderful win.
Thanks very much, Bill.
Thank you, Vin Knight, driver of the great horse Bag Limit, who scored such a great win in the Winfield $250,000. Let's have a look at the tote dividends now. If you had a little wager, here's what you're going to get. Bag Limit, $2.60 and 90. Village Kid, 80. 2 Lightning Blue, 85 cents. The Quinella, $3.05. The Trifecta, $17.95. Doesn't seem a lot perhaps for a trifecta, but they were the only 3 horses under double figures in the event. Great race, the Winfield Cup. Let's have a look again at the tactics and how they perform.
Also, Bag Limit restrained. Whirly Dream out wide began quickly, but so too did Owie and Mac and My Lightning Blue. They're going hard to the first turn. Whirly Dream draws 4 metres in front. He crosses My Lightning Blue. Whirly Dream, he finds the rail. It's Frederick racing 3 deep. In behind them came I'm a Thread, working up on the outside as Gosh. Owie and Mac gets to third, half out of his gear, locking wheels with It's Frederick for a stride. In behind them came Paleface Bubble. Bag Limit second last, and last is Village Kid. In the straight the first time. Whirly Dream narrowly in front by a metre. It's Frederick on the outside, gets to second. Third placing, My Lightning Blue coming 1 off the fence. I'm a Threat the inside, and here's Bag Limit now from second last. He's off and running out 3 wide. My Lightning Blue comes out in front of him. AOE and Mac is 1 off the fence, followed by Gosh and Paleface Bubble, and 6 metres away, Village Kid back at the tail. Out of the straight the first time, some 25 metres off the lead and biding his time. Bag Limit out 3 wide going forward at the 1650. He gets to second within 2 metres of Whirly Whirly Dream. I'm a Threat having a nice run third. My Lightning Blue now fourth and one out. 4 metres to It's Frederick, followed by Owie and Mac. Then Gosh from Pale Face Bubble, and 5 metres away Village Kid. At the lap and a half, he drops anchor on Whirly Dream. He's 4 metres in front of Bag Limit, a metre back on the inside as I'm a Threat. My Lightning Blue fourth, 4 metres away It's Frederick, followed by Owie and Mac. They're an Indian file, followed by Gosh, who's third last. Second last on the outside, Village Kid. He's taking closer order and going forward, and 4 metres away Pale Face Bubble. They wheel around the turn, 1,000 metres to go. Whirly Dream in front. He's had a nice run by 3 metres to Bag Limit. Third placing, I'm a Threat, being covered up by My Lightning Blue. Village Kid now pulls to the outside, 3 deep, being trailed up by Gosh. I'm a Threat on the leader's back, 4 metres to It's Frederick. Owie and Mac is second last, and 4 metres away Pale Face Bubble. They head to the back after the bell. 850 metres to go in the Winfield Cup, and wow, what a race. Whirly Dream a metre in front of Bag Limit the outside. Village Kid has posted 3 deep. My Lightning Blue held up, and I'm a Threat on the leader's back. Then Gosh, followed by It's Frederick, Owie and Mac, and 3 metres away Pale Face Bubble. At the 650, Whirly Dream a neck in front. Bag Limit on the outside draws to him, 2 metres away. Village Kid out 3 wide. My Lightning Blue held up fourth. Gosh out 3 wide on the back of Village Kid. I'm a Threat can't get a run from It's Frederick, Owie and Mac, and last is Pale Face Bubble. At the 450, Whirly Dream giving plenty of cheekies a neck in front of Bag Limit the outside, about to join Whirly Dream. 2 metres away, Village Kid out 3 wide. Then My Lightning Blue, followed by Gosh and I'm a Threat. It's Frederick can't go on from Owie and Mac and Pale Face Bubble. Bag Limit on the outside, got to Whirly Dream on the turn. Village Kid on the outside gets to second. My Lightning Blue can't get a run. Bag Limit though went to the lead of the 120. Village Kid is slowly but surely bridging the gap. Bag Limit pulling out 20. He's got the Winfield also now. Bag Limit, he's 2 metres in front and holding Village Kid, and Bag Limit wins 2 metres to Village Kid. 6 metres away, third was My Lightning Blue. Then Pale Face Bubble. I'm a Threat in behind them. Whirly Dream knocked up, followed by Gosh, and the last 2 in were Owie and Mac, and It's Frederick.
Well, what a great race it was. The Winfield, $250,000. Bag Limit beating Village Kid and My Lightning Blue. And of course, harness racing is on every Saturday night here at Moonee Valley. And next Saturday night, it's the final of the Derby, the classic race for the 3-year-olds. I hope you can be there. And in the greyhound world, don't forget the Moomba Australian Cup heats. They're on Monday night at Olympic Park. You've been watching another exclusive Channel 7 telecast. Thank you for being with us. See you soon on a race course. Good night.